I apologize, it's super bright right here at this angle. You got Colorado, Smoky Mountains. Random decals. Some mountain biking stuff. Another Bigfoot. I think this angle will be better. Yeah, there we go. Oregon. Another Arcadia National Park. UFO Bigfoot sticker. Utah, Rocky Mountains. Estes Park. Arizona. Matterhorn. Clemson, South Carolina. So if you were wondering, these are not actual white letter tires. I actually did this myself with one of those paint markers, the tire letter paint markers. This has been on it for a while. And it honestly looks pretty good. Got this Taze Valley decal here. Got a rear view. There's the reflective taping on the rear. So this van is a bit unusual in its suspension setup. Instead of having, just front struts, rear struts like a lot of cars and trucks have anymore, it's actually got front struts, rear leaf springs like a pickup truck. It's kind of interesting. So there's a little bit of options and possibilities there if you want to lift it a little bit, get a little bit more ground clearance, which is kind of what I'm currently messing with at the moment. You put helper springs on the rear. You can put rising blocks on the rear. As far as the front struts go, you might have to get a little creative with that. You could probably do like a strut tower spacer. I'm running the rubber coil spring spacers that you just slide into the spring when the car is jacked up. You slide it in there, you put the car back down, and it raises the front. I don't know. So there's a ton of videos on YouTube of people dogging on those, saying that they don't work. I'm not sure what that's about, or if people are just not doing it correctly, but I installed mine, and I got like an inch raise in the front of my van. It went from sitting 8 inches off the ground at the front bumper to sitting 9 inches off the ground, and then like an inch on each side. On each corner of the wheel well, it's been raised up as well. I don't know why people are dogging on those, saying that they don't do anything. I mean, I got a whole inch lift, and I'm also going to slightly taller tires, which will give me even more lift off the ground. So that might be installation error by the user, because it worked perfectly fine for me, so I'm not sure what that's about. So you're probably wondering, this is pretty weird looking van as far as how I have it set up. So the reflective taping on the rear is kind of like what emergency and first responder cars do, fire department, police, construction, stuff like that. They got like the reflective taping on the backs and on the sides of their cars and trucks so that they're more visible, especially at night. So people even if I'm doing the speed limit or even going faster than the speed limit, there's always going to be idiots out there that are riding my ass. Like, no matter what I do, I accelerate, then they accelerate more. I slow down, they accelerate more. It's like they're just, I don't know. People are just, it's a certain breed to become that stupid. But that's the world nowadays. So that's just on there, especially in the nighttime. It lights up and stuff, so that people at least see me. So if they're gonna be an asshole and hit me in the ass, at least they can see the reflected tape and at least try to stop instead of just hitting me, which has happened. People are freaking ignorant. Now is more than ever, nowadays. Roof rack, like I said, 7 foot long, almost as long as the roof and almost as wide as the roof. Going to be carrying a lot of supplies up there. When I track down another spare tire, it's going up on the roof. I don't like, storing my spare tire underneath my cars and trucks, just because we live in Ohio and they throw all that salt and crap down on the roads and stuff in the wintertime, and it splashes up underneath your car. And if you don't wash it off, it'll rust it out and it'll corrode, and rubber stuff will deteriorate and dry rot, and it's just, the whole thing is just nasty, and you really want to avoid that. So it's going to go up on the roof nowadays when I get the new spare. As far as all my other luggage and jugs and containers, I'm going to have, spare gas jugs that are going to go up there. Road recovery traction board is going to go up there if I get stuck. You've probably seen those on like Jeeps and stuff like that. Just a bunch of random miscellaneous things that you would use or need in emergency situations like that. In a way, this is kind of being used as an overland type car, or van, I should say. It can go kind of off-road here and there. Obviously not extreme or anything crazy like that. It is only front wheel, 2-wheel drive. Obviously it's not going to go mud running or climbing or anything crazy, but it'll go off-road, grass, dirt, gravel, just random stuff like that. So you can have fun with it, especially if you take it out into the desert all the time. It's mainly flat out there, so it's perfectly fine. We're gonna have a probably not a rooftop tent like a lot of people are going to. We'll probably just sleep in the van if we're gonna do something like that. But we're gonna do the side piece, the rooftop, retractable awning and canopy for the roof rack. Definitely looking into those. Might even get 2 of them, do 1 per side, things like that. Got a lot of plan for this thing. It's gonna be, tons of camping, road tripping, vacationing. I mean, we've used it for a lot of that already, but we're trying to build it even more and do so much more with it. And it's October, winter's coming, trying to get everything mechanically done with it as possible before the snow starts settling in, because I really don't like to be working outside in 20-degree weather in snow. Like I said, I don't have a garage or anything like that, so all my work that I do is outside. Back to the that Taze Valley Viking decal. That's a marching band decal. It was on the van when I got it. A fun fact, so I actually bought this van for $1,000 off of the original owner, who bought it brand new in 2002 from the dealership, kept it that entire time up until a year ago when I got it. And his kids went to Taze Valley, and I think he went to Taze Valley, high school, middle school, and all that. And yeah, so I attended Taze Valley. I was back there in about 2013 or something like that. It's been quite a while. Out in Asheville, Ohio. Asheville, South Bloomfield, Circleville area, Pickaway County, stuff like that. Right now, I'm in a small town called Harrisburg, Ohio. It's technically right over the Franklin County borderline. Um, you got the Franklin Pickaway County borderline in a few different spots in this area, and if you go across the border, you actually end up back in Pickaway County, and you end up back in Orient, Ohio, and that's home of the high maximum security prison complex that's out there. I think Ariel Castro or Fidel Castro or whatever his name was kept in that prison. I think that's where he died. They're trying to say that it was a suicide. A lot of people think that the guards killed him, things like that. But that's like the area that we're in right now. I know that the Circleville Pumpkin Show just ended a couple of days ago. Used to go to it, back in the day. It was a lot funner years ago than it is now. I went a couple of years back, and I'll tell you, they've pretty much gotten rid of all the rides. Everything that used to make that thing great, they just cut it out. I don't know if it was a budget issue or something like that, but they've gotten rid of everything that was fun about the Circleville Pumpkin Show. And now it's like not even worth going anymore. We're also going to be doing a lot of kayaking, canoeing, and stuff like that. So obviously got the roof rack. I can throw the kayaks, canoes, and stuff. Whatever I want to do, I can do it. Because that roof rack opens up so many possibilities that it's practically endless to what you can use this van for. Right now we're sitting at the Harrisburg Metro Park. This is the Metro Park entrance right there. I was in you're probably noticing, I was in a totally different location at the beginning of part 1 and part 2. There was just a lot of traffic and a lot of people coming and going, so I just switched locations. Do a lot of fishing out here. Also, if you guys are interested, so I'm going to have lots of just random videos on a bunch of different topics. We're going to have outdoor adventure channels, mountain biking, fishing, camping, road tripping, so many different videos on this channel. It's going to be insane. I thought, how else to start it but to talk about, the actual car that we're using that's going to be pretty much contributing to the entire channel, this van. So that's why I thought we'd started out with talking about the van. So much stuff. I also do a lot of paranormal, unexplained type videos as well. If you guys are interested in like ghost hunting, EVPs, haunted houses, and stuff like that, we're going to be doing a lot of that stuff as well. Also, we're going to be doing a lot of mechanics, like auto mechanics and working on cars, and this is going to be completely random. I really couldn't put a specific title on what this channel is going to be because it's going to be so many different things. So it's probably going to be a video for somebody on this channel, no matter what your hobbies, interests, or personal preferences are. There's going to be something here for everybody. Well, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I'll see you.